Hey guys, welcome back. BGCKR here, and we're back with a weekly recap of all things Injustice. This is for the week of July 2nd, 2020. The current character challenge is Arkham Killer Croc, and that is a one-week repeat, and the required characters for that are Harley Quinn, Flash, and Sinestro, who you can all get as low as bronze directly from the store. His passive is Apex Predator, which is Killer Croc gains armor when he tags in or does a special attack. Arkham characters' special attack use also give Killer Croc armor. He has 1,240 attack and 1,360 health. He was last available November of 2019.
So what's funny is, because of the naming conventions, Arkham Killer Croc is also AK. And every time I see his name, I want to call him Arkham Knight Croc. Yeah, I do. So what can we say about him? He is a spectacular tank.
Alexandria Croc Cortez.
Anyways, playlist. Because we've demonstrated him a few times, linked right there in the description. And so he's a good demonstration of why Tantu Totem has been such a game changer in ways that aren't nearly as obvious as just doing specials. So the first part of Killer Croc's passive requires him to tag in or do a special to trigger it. Okay, so that's not unusual. But the second part also builds armor when a teammate does a special.
Yeah, Arkham characters specifically.
Right. So he doesn't need to be the specialist to take advantage of his passive, meaning he can have all three gear slots to make him more tanky instead of trying to make him better at specials, right, to give him more armor. Mm-hmm. So if you think about it, he's a bit like being a Justice League teammate when you're on a team with New 52 Wonder Woman, right? His passive lets him take advantage of someone else being the specialist. And he can just be such a big meat shield. Mm-hmm. He's a great teammate if you want to do a damage over time specialist, which we showed with Arkham Knight Catwoman, because his armor lets him kill time while the damage over time finishes. Mm-hmm. Keeping your specialist safe by having not on the field of battle.
Yeah, so there we go.
Yeah, and that's why we like him so much with Catwoman.
This week's multiplayer reward is Metahuman Flash, whose passive is Super Speed. Upon special attack or super move activation, basic attacks temporarily triple in speed with a chance to be unblockable and do critical damage. It looks like we don't actually have his attack and health written down here.
I think 1,200 and 1,200?
I think so.
Yeah, so he's one of the better Flashes.
Yeah, last available in December of 2019.
Right. And so it looks like we are well on our way back into the larger multiplayer reward cycle after the interruption that gave us the missing Tantu Totem, Claw of Horus, and Necron Scythe. If the current pattern holds, next week should be Reverse Flash. And I just want to point out one thing about how it's worded. It isn't really that he triples in speed, but that for each regular basic attack, he will hit you 3 times instead of the 1. Mm-hmm. The passive lasts longer the more power you use. So Super Speed lasts longest after Special 3, which lasts longer than Special 2, which lasts longer than Special 1, which is the shortest. So he can be fun to play if you give him power gen gear with more unblockable chance, because he generates power a lot faster with all the extra hits. You can generate enough power before his passive runs out so that you can do another special and trigger his passive again. The hyperspeed plated suit, which is the Flash specific gear, is great because it's both power gen and unblockable chance, and that's when you're doing way more damage, that's spectacular. Mm-hmm. The main problem with him now is that the current meta still favors specials. Once Tantu Totem came, that's never changed, and his passive makes him shine as a basic damage dealer. So he doesn't do specials because the specials are great. He does specials so that he can trigger his passive and then be an amazing basic damage dealer, right? And so he happens to get super powered when he does specials. So an interesting way to play him that we should probably try out is on our Justice League team. You swap out Flashpoint Batman and put him in. He gets power from New 52 Wonder Woman to trigger his passive. Mm-hmm. And you could gear him with just basic damage gears to make him even better. But the one disadvantage over Flashpoint Batman is that in the games where we tag Batman in first before Wonder Woman, Batman is already like a way better basic damage dealer than Metahuman Flash.
Yeah.
Without needing to be powered up first.
Yeah, and it's always better to have somebody who's not situation dependent at all. and who has that benefit sort of baked in, so that you don't. There's no chance that you accidentally forget or screw it up, or get your power drained or something.
So it's not as good a team, but it's in terms of your overall roster. If you have a Flashpoint team, then it lets you grind a lot longer without using recharges, because then you can just keep Flashpoint on the Flashpoint team and put Metahuman Flash there, and then now you've got 2 teams without any overlap, which makes it easier to grind.
So there we go.
Yeah.
In the store, we have the Killer Frost Challenge Pack for 200,000 credits. That comes with a 6.16% chance to get her versus the usual 2.86% chance at the cost of 50,000 extra credits, because a normal challenge pack is normally only 150,000 credits. So we've mentioned it before, we'll say it again. This doesn't seem like a great deal. Unless you specifically want Killer Frost and Killer Frost only, and even if you do, it still doesn't seem like it's all that much of a deal.
Right. I mean, 6.16 is what, like a 1 in... What? 6 goes in 100 how many times? 1 in 17?
Yeah. We've never crunched the numbers on it, because it would be a lot of number crunching, including what the average amount of gold you would get back from selling somebody is.
Right.
But it feels intuitively to me at least, even if this is wrong, that the amount of money that you would spend if you were just looking for Killer Frost and you were selling back all the golds that you were getting, you'd probably... for some reason, the way that it feels like to me is it feels like you'd be almost the same... getting that money from selling back more gold characters than you would spending 50,000 extra credits for that extra chance.
Yeah.
But we'd have to crunch the numbers, because I'm just making that up.
Yeah, for sure. The only other good thing, though, is that with a few recent special challenge packs, maybe this is a clue for next week's challenge, but also that it's nice that there are still some variety of packs, some interesting packs that are power credits and not cash anymore.
Yeah, even if they're not nearly as great as their old credit packs that have turned into cash packs are.
Right.
We also have the character bundle Lantern Elite for $25.99 Canadian. That gives you Red Lantern Hal Jordan and Yellow Lantern Hal Jordan.
Yeah. What's there to
fine.
say?
I mean, it's 2 characters, right?
Yeah.
And you also get 2 gear, which is 2 of the green power ring.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, because there's only 1 3.5 star gear for Green Lantern. None of the other ones are any good. So nothing particularly special about it. It doesn't unlock in your store. So just too expensive for me.
Yeah, not the greatest deal. And in our Survivor, we have the League of Assassins gear until the 15th of July, 2020.
Okay. Phantom Zone is not back yet. Fight 62 is still broken. Last weekend's breakthrough was, as expected, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, and Martian Manhunter. And so based on the schedule, likely the coming weekend's golds will be Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, and Lobo. Link in the description. The Justice League, not Justice League, the Injustice. See, I screwed it up last time I said Injustice. What league?
Injustice League, yeah. And now you said the Justice subreddit.
So clearly my brain's wiring has gotten messed
up. So
what
we meant to say is that if you want to look for the cycle yourself, there is a link in the description to a Reddit thread from Devlin16 that goes over the complete breakthrough cycle for your own review.
Right.
Yeah. Moving on to the current glitches, just remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video. And we will mention glitches that we are aware working for iOS, but we aren't able to do anything in terms of confirming them ourselves or vouching for them in terms of safety. We can only sort of rebroadcast what other people have said is functional, and we have had confirmed by other comments.
Right.
So starting off, there is no working glitch for credits that we are willing to endorse. So in Season 6, Episode 9 of our P&Q and C&A&T, we talk about why we don't endorse the one that does exist. It's a 2-device glitch that requires being signed in on one account on 2 devices at the same time. In the past, we got automatically banned for exactly that thing. So even though we haven't had reports of bans specifically from that now, we know that that's something that they can pick up automatically if they really wanted to. Right. And so we don't take that risk, because it's possible that people are getting banned without realizing it's why, or it's possible that at some point in the future they will be banning people. At the end of the day, we're not willing to try it out for ourselves, and because of that, we're not willing to tell other people how to do it.
Right.
You can find it if you really want to online.
Right. Glitch for getting repeated past multiplayer season rewards not working. Getting multiplayer season rewards in a way that's exploitable is also not working. And I guess we'll talk about Phantom Zone more when it comes back, but there's no glitch to get through Phantom Zone early. And without the button to watch a video to get free energy, you can't exploit it. No button, you can't exploit the button.
Yeah.
Right.
So there we go. Moving on to working glitches. The glitch that you play Phantom Zone repeatedly was still working. The most recently we could test it. And we mentioned that in tandem with the challenge reset method that requires Google Play Cloud Save, which is still working and confirmed on the current Arkham Killer Croc challenge. The reason why we mentioned them together is if you do either of the glitches, it resets both things at once. So it's always good to get into a habit to remember before you do either reset to do that sort of mental check. Are you ready to do both resets at once?
Right.
Yeah.
We've cut and pasted a comment from viewer Jonathan Yang on how to reset the challenge on an iOS device.
Yeah.
We can't test it. It seems like there's been good feedback that it actually works.
Nobody said that it hasn't worked for them, I don't think.
This is true, so that's actually quite important, even though we don't actually have the ability to test it ourselves. Okay. What else is left? Breakthrough glitch let you play repeatedly, still working. The airplane mode / refund glitch is still working. Good for both packs with random drops, also known as loot boxes and last laugh tickets. What else? Time shifting still works on Android for unlimited survivor plane energy recharges. Remember to bring your cooldown clock back to normal before you finish. And I do want to point out every once in a while, and today is the once in a while, that the reason why it's not the perfect glitch, and it would be still good to have an energy recharge glitch, is you don't want to be connected to the internet when you do this, because it has possibly messed up the appearance of people's timed events, like the Phantom Zone and the challenges, so that if you're doing this while you're connected to the internet, it'll mess it up. So you want to be not connected, but that's not great when you're in multiplayer. So it's really only for offline play.
Yeah. And last but not least, in between the not working and working glitches, we have the promotion glitch, where you can promote characters that are still locked. It hasn't had the right conditions since update 2.14, so it's still not testable and still not usable. One of the conditions is having the challenge in the first slot of the main page. We don't mention the conditions very often, but the reason why we can't test it is because the challenge has consistently been in the second slot with the cash pack in the first for a very, very long time now.
But even bigger is, I don't think I've seen the pop-up that will take you directly to the store. I don't think I've seen a pop-up in ages.
That's true. Yeah, so all the requisite all the requisite setup for this glitch is not happening anymore, so we haven't been able to test it for forever. But it has not been verified as failing, so it's still in this list until that day comes, even though it probably never will.
Yeah.
And to finish up, we have some people that we would love to thank for supporting us monetarily. So we'd like to give a huge thank you to Console Peasant and Edwoon, who are supporting us at the top tier last word, Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier, Shawn Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, Brandon C., and Irvin Ruiz, who are supporting us on the credited level, and Chris Wolff, Scarlet, Dani, and Awesomegamer 241 at the gratitude level. Thanks so much for your support, and thanks so much to all of you for watching. We'll see you next time. Komoda.